favorite things to do is make large arrangements. It's really exciting and fun. But with large arrangements, you need to have like some significant things that make it look large. So I am actually trying to use as much of my like things out of the yard or as much as possible. So in order to get some big things that I can use in the arrangement that are natural in the garden, I actually have a Monstera plant in my office. And so I took a couple of the big leaves off of that and got those in water. So I got some like really nice big blooming branches that I got out of the yard, and they may like fall a little bit, but they're just so pretty and they're springy and they're big and they're airy, and I think they're just gonna be really pretty in this arrangement. See how beautiful these are? I love them. We also have a camellia tree out in the yard, and the camellias are like the perfect color for what I'm trying to accomplish. So the camellias also have beautiful leaves, and I think they're going to be a beautiful addition to these flower arrangements. Again, it's good to forage in your own yard. There's all kinds of surprises when you look around in what you have around you. I also got some extra things in our local supermarket just to add a pop of color. Got some Gerbera daisies and some little roses. So again, I'm just trying to make it as, you know, inexpensive as possible, but also really beautiful and catchy and pretty and something pretty to look at. I am making 2 large containers for the Taste of Jazz event tonight, and I usually like to do big containers as much as possible the day of the event, just because that way it stays super fresh. I am going to do these in Oasis. Oasis is great when you want to have a little more depth. Like vases, usually you're kind of at the mercy of the vase and the space of it, and so this particular vase is pretty deep, but I love the style of it. So I want to use that, but I'm going to go put some Oasis in there. I'm going to cut it down to size, and then I can stick flowers in wherever I want them to be. This is going to be kind of a bigger arrangement because it's on a stage, and so I will show you later some things that I'm going to use to make it look larger. So you'll notice that I have them sticking up quite far. It doesn't matter really what the shape is because it's all going to be covered up with, you know, greens and flowers. But I did want to build it up a little bit so I can create the flower arrangement a little bit taller and wider. So the first thing I always do for Oasis is I like to green it first. I think it's a good way to get a base and the shape that you really want the arrangement to be in. And today I'm going to use, I've got 2 types of salal. I've got salal tips and salal tall. The tall ones are a lot longer, so I'm going to use the tall ones for like the length. I also love to use baby uke. It's a great line flower, and it can create like basically the design that you want it to go in, and it smells delicious. And then I've got these branches that I picked from the yard yesterday, and I also have some Monstera leaves that I picked, basically cut out of my own plant from my office, so because I think they're just big and wonderful. So another tip for putting greens into Oasis, because I'm going to be putting a lot of stems in here, I don't want to like crisscross it too much, so I try with the outer ones, I try to stick these stems down so that there's not a competing space for other flowers when I start putting them in.